the next thing that I want to do, getting that out of the way about the sets and everything, is to show you how this works on paper, because it is different. My favorite thing to do is to take, I can't stamp or I can't use dyes on black, so I love to go for the drama of black paper. I'm taking a small sponge and I am going to ink it up, shaking first, and I'm going to go right along the side and just do one color. Ooh, that's not like me, but I have a reason for it. Now, I'm going to go along my paper and make a stripe. That's your metallic pink. Now that's pretty soft. I want to illustrate that on this card. Here I stamped it once. It's so easy to take and go over this metallic piece once more and make it stronger. And after that's dry, which is just a couple of minutes, go over it yet again, making it more powerful. So here's the first, 2 times over, 3 times over, and now I have to show you a trick that is so new. All right, I'm going to ink up my sponge again. Remember, you re-ink because that's important for another stripe. Now, I'm going to take some dye-based ink. And in the middle, I took hot pink. I'm going to put a little. Now, I'm not going to leave it that way. I'm going to now again go over this. So I went over it, then I put a little bit of dye-based ink. Now let's look at our stripe. Whoa. Boy. Now, and every time over it will get stronger and stronger. And here I've illustrated that. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, what is this like on white? I've got an example. I took the lavender or purple and I did the same thing. You almost have to see it in a glare to see that it's metallic. It's not, it's nice, but it's not quite as powerful as the metallic ink on black. Now, one other thing that I want to show you is find an absorbent paper. This black is like a linen coat. It works beautifully. If you were to do this on chrome coat, let me show you what happens. You see all the streaks in it? It just slides over. It doesn't have a grip. So much better to do this on a coat that is like a flat or a matte coat. I want to show you how to ink a rainbow plaid with a rainbow sponge with a rainbow set of colors. Is that enough rainbows for us? Now, shake. This is red. It's kind of pinkish, but it's the red of the rainbow, or the deep pink. Next, I go to copper. Copper is like the orange. Next, from that I go to gold. That's the yellow. Ooh, you want to shake until you hear the little ball inside. Don't hear it, but it is shaken. Next, from this, we go to green and a whole spectrum. I want to tell you something that will happen to you with the metallics. If a lid is allowed to stay open for a few minutes, it will immediately fill in with metallic ink, thus stopping your flow of ink. Just have a pin ready and just poke the top and you'll be off and running. And don't push or you'll squirt your ink out right in front of your very eyes, and it's not a pretty sight. Now the last, our purple. Now, I'm going to take, I've already done this, but let's go straight across here. Wow. One more time. And we've made like a rainbow plaid. I've never done that before. Well, I have kind of, but that everything's always new and different. What I want to show now is some of the things that I do. Now, I didn't have a chance, before I show you that, you do all the same techniques. Here's a bow tie with the metallic inks. Here's the edge pull. Here's a wiggle. All of those things can be done just like they're done with a regular rainbow sponge with the dye-based inks. And look here. I want to get it in the right light. But we've done a plaid with two colors, a straight-on plaid, a wiggle with the black in between. And here we've done the rainbow look with the flowers. Oh! I just think it is so dramatic and fun to see. Now, one other thing that you can do, this metallic ink goes over just about everything. It goes over wood, over lucite. I was in the store the other day and saw this wonderful wallpaper with a texture on. So I have a piece here, and I want to show you how my inks will go over the top of wallpaper with this texture. I mean, is this cool or not? I mean, it's just great. So that's a whole other look. Now, I want to go on to tiling, because tiling to me is about the most exciting thing with this rainbow sponge. And of course, I want to do it on black because it's more interesting. I ink this up ahead of time and put it in a baggie so that it wouldn't dry out and I wouldn't have to take all the time to ink in all the colors, just like I do tiling. So we take this stamp and press it down and we get a fabulous look. Now I'm turning this to be directional. I'm sorry, I just love the drama of tiling. Oh, my gosh. As you can see, now, over up front here, in the foreground, I have done tiling examples. And over here, I've done tiling and then just drawing this design on white. Do you see how much more dramatic it is on the black? So that's what I say, get all your black paper together and then start doing your tiling on the metallic. Here are some more tiles. Here I've taken the small sponge, just like a checkerboard, like we did before with the small tip of the very smallest sponge. And then we also have the look, that's the luminous metallics, and here's the look of the pure metals. Oh, now, one great thing, and I want to show you right over here to the right or left, wherever you're facing of this. After I've done this particular look, I'm going to spritz this with water. Now, I've activated that ink, thus washing it and making it more of a watercolor look. You'll be able to see the difference. Oh, goodness. It's sparkling. Oh, wow. Oh. So you see, you can extend it out. It's more of a wash look. And that's what I've shown kind of on this particular board. Here was my first generation. I did several cards with that. Oh boy, did I get mixed up with the way I get so into this, sometimes I don't match it up properly. Here I just did circles, but down here is the watercolor look with it. Up here, I did more so it ran out faster. And then I did it a second time. These were softer. But do you realize what an incredible background that can be? And over here on the end, some more, and then my second generation with a little bit of water. Oh, I want you to experiment, experiment, experiment. And I just want to finish off this section by showing you how easy it is to do a wonderful frame such as this. I have taken this pop-up black frame that I have on my table and inked up, again, I inked it up ahead so that it's ready. And I've just got to show you, oh, look at this. This is just too much fun and so easy. I have a few other frames up front. Now, as I go on, I have to press harder to remain the same consistency as I did when I began. And if I have a little area that's a little off, that's where I put my embellishment, such as here, over here, the snail, and over here. Can you see with this how I inked my small sponge? That's the rainbow coloring that I showed you. And then we have larger frames. I've done bags and gift wrap, and then I finish with album pages. Oh my gosh, yes. If this isn't a dramatic album page with all of the coloring of those sponges and the stripes, oh, I could go on, and I will. But I have some new projects to show you.